Hello, and welcome to Purposeful Woman Podcast. Today we have Heather Thatcher with us, and she is the founder of Solopreneur Survival Guide membership and podcast. She shows lifestyle and wellness entrepreneurs who want to post on social media how to convert their audience into customers. Well, welcome, Heather.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so grateful to be here.
I am so grateful you are here with us, and I would love to hear your story. Like, how did you find the membership, and just how all that happened?
Sounds great. So I was actually at ICU-RN for almost a decade, and I was realizing that a lot of the reasons why people came into the ICU were because of illnesses and diseases that could be linked to chronic stress. And so I wanted to get out of the reactive side of medicine into the proactive side. And I started my first business back in 2015 around healing and preventing the stress-related illnesses and recovering from trauma. And so after a number of people went through my Mindset Reboot program, they started reaching out to me saying, show me how to do what you do. I want to start my own business. And so the Solopreneur Survival Guide was born. And so I've been working with people, helping them figure out how to start an online business in the most type A strategy way possible, because my ICU nurse brain figured out how to create a successful business while working full-time 12-hour shift work. So we had to find the right balance and the right strategy to work with that. And so that's what I share with my people.
How did you even started the mindset bootcamp?
I have done a lot of other training along the way and just kept learning. Learning is such an important part of me. It's one of my core values is growth. And so I started building that up and working with people a little bit one-on-one, but then figuring out, okay, what are the big things that people need to do to be able to fix their negative self-talk, to be able to take control of their lives, to get rid of the imposter syndrome. And so then we put all that together, and it's now a small group program that I launch a couple times a year. And it's so fun. I love it.
Oh, I love it. Okay, and how did you started the business? Where are you from? Like, why is business? Why is online business and bootcamp and mindset?
So I decided to start it because I needed something that could work around my schedule. But then I also saw other people posting on social media. I didn't even have social media when I first started. And so it was this huge learning curve, number one, to how to use the platform, but then how to use it well. And I was noticing that a lot of the strategy that was being taught was really specific for business to business spaces, which, if you think about it, in entrepreneur communities, we're like credit card in hand, ready to be like, okay, who do I buy from? Tell me who I pay to learn from. Whereas in the other spaces, like a lifestyle space, you've got to convince them first. And so there's so much time spent putting the wrong kind of content in front of the wrong people at the wrong time. And so I learned the hard way with my first business. Oh, sorry, my cat just went by my microphone there. Working at home has its beautiful joys of cats on your lap. So I was really struggling because I was trying to create this content. I was giving everybody the stuff that they needed to fix their problem, but it was too soon. People were getting that content and downloading it thinking they wanted it, and it collected digital dust on their computer. And so many people do that. We give away the problem, the solution to their problem early because we're fixers. That's why we start a business, right? We want to solve a problem. But when you're giving away the action level content before they're ready for it, it just collects digital dust on their computer. So I had to learn how to bring in the right kind of content at the right time. And I brought in from my nursing training, working with people with addictions, how to create that internal motivation to want to fix it. And it works so well for marketing.
Oh, love it. Love it. Love it. So let's start from then giving our one advice. I would love to hear advice and your expertise. Like, what would you recommend right now for people to convert the clients online?
So when you're thinking about making your free content, create content that creates a gap that your offer will fill. So if you can create assessment content that helps people realize that they don't want to stay stuck, if you can create content that helps them discover how they're feeling in this struggling avatar state, you're going to be able to pre-sell your programs.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so with the information that you know right now, going back to when you started, what would you tell yourself? What would you do differently?
I would make sure that I was helping people realize that they didn't want to stay stuck. It really comes back to that. Not trying to solve their problem before they're ready, but help them realize that they want their problem to be solved fast. That is what shifts the game for all lifestyle entrepreneurs.
And so give us an example.
So for example, for like a health and wellness coach, if they were giving away meal plans and free workout videos, like if you think about it, that's what's all over the internet right now. And if that was enough, the obesity epidemic wouldn't be a thing. Because we need to help convince people that they want to change, that it'll be worth it for the energy that it's going to take to change. So if you can create free content that's around that, helping them understand why they feel really crappy after they eat pizza and crush a row of cookies, help them notice those things. That way they're just like, you know what? Yeah, I don't want to feel like that anymore. And so then for an SEO business, it's a very abstract space. So some people will throw out information to help you improve your SEO on your website. But instead, if you give them a checklist that shows them all of the pieces that they're missing in their SEO, they're going to be like, ooh, yeah, you're right. I need to work on this. And then with your content, if you show them that you have a logical way to get them from point A to point B, they'll just be there, credit card in hand, waiting for your program to open.
No, I love that. I love that analogy with the SEO. Like, I was just searching for the SEO and just starting to learn a little bit more about it, and so we can incorporate in our podcast and website right now. And I was lost. Like, I wish somebody gave me that list and showed me what I'm missing, so I know exactly who to hire to fix those problems. Because I don't want to learn and do everything by myself.
No,
I love it.
exactly.
Okay, so one question that I ask everybody on that podcast, I would love for you to finish that sentence that sound like this. If you really knew me, you will know that I am blank.
Resilient.
Yes.
You can have failures, you can have setbacks, but it's always about looking at that from a place of curiosity and being like, it's okay. Where do I go from here?
I love that. I love it. I love it. Resilience is one of the biggest thing, I guess. Every entrepreneur got to embody to be successful. Okay, so where our audience can find you, where they can learn more from you, and how they can connect with you.
Thank you. So they can find me on Facebook and Instagram at the Solopreneur Survival Guide. And you can also find me at heatherthatcher.com, where I have lots of free links, including a business assessment. So you can see all of the pieces that you have in your business and know what else you need to fill the gaps to have your business on a successful foundation so you can scale.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And I will see you in the next episode. And as always, I would love to hear what you love about this episode and what we can improve, and send us a text to +1 401 399 4105. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. And if you love this episode and you would love to see more of that, click the subscribe button to Purposeful Woman Podcast. And don't forget to text us to stay in tune with the Purposeful community for awesome tricks by texting to number +1 401 399 4105. And we will link descriptions in the episode to all of that we mentioned today. Bye. Turn your one day to day one with a purposeful day.